Take a look at what's on screen right now. Just look at that. These same people will say, I have no reason to do a lawsuit. They will say there is no evidence of doxing. They will say that I am trying to scam my viewers, my followers, into donating for a funding for this lawsuit. And these same people will straight up put a hit on my head and say, we need to get rid of this man. Even if this person said for legal reasons, 'tis a joke, he violated the rules. But not just Twitter rules. It's breaking the law. This is straight up breaking the law, what they did when they put a hit out on me. Thankfully, Twitter has since suspended the account for obvious reasons, but I think there is a lot that needs to be talked about. Today, let's expose a few individuals that have been actively propagating hatred and harassment towards me and enabling stuff like this, but also give some evidence to one individual that is somewhat responsible, maybe more than that, for everything that has happened. So, let's dive headfirst into it. First off, let's start small. Let's give evidence to the defamation campaign. This right here is just a little bit of post of the day I got suspended last week for Twitter. Now, this is definitely related to the whole situation with the defamation and doxing and all that because of just the legal damage and just the damage it's done to me as a person, my brand, my family. It's just done a lot. And even if all these individuals, don't really know what they're doing, it showcases the overwhelming amount of people that genuinely believe that I'm basically the spawn of Hitler, or Hitler himself, or a pedophile. That is legitimately what you see here with a lot of these screenshots. Actively happy that my platform, or I was deplatformed because of the online harassment that will just not leave me alone. So what I want to say here is this is just a small little glimpse into some of the stuff that I'm going to be showcasing. But yeah, all these people have been continuously enabling what has happened, for instance, with this. They're also individuals that continuously jump on in their little groups and try to downplay everything I do to make it seem like a joke to enable more harassment against me. I know who you are. I've taken a lot of screenshots, gaining a lot of evidence, and you best be worried. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, let's get into one individual that definitely I might have to add more information into. But this is CJ. He is obviously mocking my current ongoing crowdfunding. FYI, for those that aren't aware, about a day ago, about 24 hours ago, I opened up a GoFundMe basically for my lawsuit. Here's the what it is. I cover exactly what happened, how much needs to be raised, and all that, and we've already raised over $5,000. Thank you, literally, for everyone that has donated to this cause. There is so many people that have helped, and I greatly appreciate it. I was only able to do something like this thanks to Legal Mindset. He's the one that helped me out, by the way, to set this stuff up. He's been very supportive. He gave me a lot of information. He was very transparent about what I needed to do, and I appreciate him. This is a really good man, and I thank you a lot. I send you a lot of love. I appreciate you trying to help me out. But getting back into CJ. This man, every twist and turn, he's always a part of the group that actively enables harassment and, interacts with people that are even responsible for the doxing. Don't believe me? Let's get some evidence. So, I came back when my Twitter got unsuspended, and I saw this man contacting at Namek, as you could see here. You might not know who this is. I'll give some information and some lore to that in just a second. But he basically started adding an individual that is very important to this whole situation, and laughing at me, basically saying my family is in danger, my life is getting ruined, all that, stuff, basically. And also helping that group to find out and harass me even more in my YouTube comment section. And so, as you can see here, he deleted this. He actually deleted this post. You're probably wondering why. Well, I called him out for it. I straight up called him out for it. You can see me. I messaged him right here. I was like, this man is actively supporting and talking with the person that is responsible for getting me doxxed months ago. I know what you are, because they put illegal content on my DeviantArt. I've censored this picture for obvious reasons, but yeah, this is an individual that is the doxer, straight up connected with Namek, the person I'm going to be talking about. But that post that, I quote retweeted, as you can see, it has been since deleted. I'll open it up. post is deleted. CJ likes to hide when there's some very incriminating evidence, very apparent. It makes sense, I mean, especially when a lawsuit is being built. But for some reason, you keep wanting to dip your hand in the cookie jar, and you keep wanting to clout farm off my name when it's very clear you're on the bad side. Now, let's get into Namek. Since we're on that topic, that's the big one. This individual, Namek, that I'm going to be talking about, he is quite a fascinating one. This man has went above and beyond to incriminate himself in every single turn of what has happened to me. I'm going to have some of the bottom section censored here. The reason for that is because that is the link to my brother's obituary. Yeah. It's not just the fact that he says owner of Chibi Reviews, but it goes much deeper than this. He put my brother's obituary in his bio. He has made numerous posts basically showcasing what he has done, that he has doxed my brother's grave and stuff. He is an individual that is scared now of legal action, that he needs to get a lawyer to. He made this post literally a week ago. He also, if you take a look here, that since this is Ghost Archives, you look on the right here, you can literally see what he has in his bio here. That's no longer there. You literally see him say, owner of Chibi Reviews, we smoking on Eddie. That's my brother's name. That's my brother. And then he's like, res your mans. Obviously, it's very apparent what he's doing there. Slide for Eddie. This individual, I have reported, by the way, many times to Twitter. They've done nothing. But I guess it's better that he's not gone, for obvious reasons. Lawsuit. But what I'm trying to say is that there is a lot of evidence against this man, that he has actively went after me. Now, how is he affiliated with the doxing thread? Well, let's get into that. Let's show that evidence. So right here, this is a video I made when the doxing happened back in October. I made a video covering the people that were responsible for giving my information to my brother's grave, to my family, everything like that. And you can see him self-incriminate himself literally in the forum that was actively going after me at the 1 minute 14 second mark. He incriminates himself, and the person on screen is literally Namek. And then you can see here, I actually have to lawyer up now. He showed my Twitter in his latest video. See ya chuds later, wish me the best. Clearly not a smart individual. That's all I'm going to say. Not a very smart individual whatsoever. And I want to be honest with you. It's not about getting money back or anything like that. Even though you actually have harmed me in other ways too, actually. You know, let's showcase that. This post right here is me losing a sponsorship. I lost a sponsorship back in October because of the whole situation with the doxing. Because of how heated it got and just everything that happened, I lost a sponsorship. Sponsorships, actually. I lost my profile picture. I don't want to do this to an individual, but you know why my profile picture changed? It's because the person that made my profile picture, my previous one, didn't want to be associated with me anymore because of all this stuff that was going down. So it's not the fact that my brand image was taken away from me, but I lost sponsorships. More evidence to a defamation case. Now, let's get into the next stuff. People like to say the doxing did not happen. People like to say that there was nothing put on my account. Well, I have evidence for that as well. This right here is from the forums that was actively disclosing my information. They nuked the entire thread. This is the post that literally made it. Hello, I killed this thread about Chibi Reviews due to it having very bad information and being hijacked by malicious groups. I know little about Chibi himself. You know, regardless of situation, I appreciate the transparency and honesty here, even obviously though it's led to a lot of problems for me. I do admit, even if it is a good deed sometimes, a small good deed, that the thread was nuked. Shoutouts to that. I will give positivity to that. Because obviously they straight up admit that everything that was going on against me was basically straight up a lie. So, yeah. Just gonna say right now. They say I rarely delete anything from here, but we had no solid evidence of him having real... You can see the word. I can't read it out for a YouTube video. It says it right here. Also, please read the rules again, where it says what you should not do. Launch a raid because of a whisper on the wind/rumor of an allegation. Now, that means that whoever whispered them, we know who it is. I've already shown him in the video. It's very apparent. Now, here is the evidence that my DeviantArt account was hijacked and illegal content was put into it. They literally admit themselves they hacked into it, and there was nothing interesting, though, and they started editing his bio as a gem. To give some disclosure here, basically, they post my passwords here on the forum. Someone got onto the forum, hacked into the account, and started posting illegal content. And that's what led to the account, which is still currently suspended. It's gone. But, yes, they have actively went into my account, and now there's people that have tried to backtrack and say, you know, it was like, there was always there, but there's evidence to showcase they hacked into it, and, yeah. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that people like to say I'm lying, people like to say I have no evidence to back up my claims, and I've been very transparent about everything. So I guess, let's talk about this. I made this because of the actual advice, the legal advice from Legal Mindset. A very good man. I talked about him at the beginning of this video, but it was thanks to him why I even decided to set this up. Because honestly, I had a lot of pride and ego in me to really not ask for money. Like, I'll talk about that in a second. But basically, thanks to him, I set this up. Thanks to his counsel. And I did some research into it, and apparently, like, GoFundMe can easily be reported down from some malicious groups. I think it happened to Smash as well, relatively recently, with his current defamation case, with the doxing and stuff. So, it makes a lot of sense, and I think now he is on Give, Send, Go, too. So, the point I'm trying to make is the reason why it's on this instead of, let's say, you know, GoFundMe, is because this is definitely safer for it's not, you know, taken down. But on top of that as well, apparently from what I found out from Legal Mindset, this is what he told me. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't say. But he told me that you can't actually use donation funds for lawsuits if it's from, like, Ko-fi or whatever. I can't pronounce it. And different stuff like that. So that is why I didn't go through that as well. Because you can't actually use those donation funds for it. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just going from his counsel. So what I'm saying is the reason why I did this is because I can use the funds for a lawsuit. Now, with that basis being said, let's talk about this. So, as you can see here, already over 5,000 has been donated to this lawsuit. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't expect it to even come this far. I'm going to be blunt. I know a lot of you guys love me and all that, but I just, like, seeing the overwhelming support, it means so much to me, more than anything, honestly, and it'll help me get some of these individuals that are responsible, but, like, you know, actually get criminal charges against them, because of everything that's happened. They like to think they can hide behind an anonymous profile, but it's very easy for information to be gathered, especially when the FBI is involved. So, what I'm trying to say is that, in general, I made this GoFundMe, or this Give, Send, Go donation, because I actually need help. It is a lot of money for a lawyer. I'm just gonna be blunt with you. I've done a lot of research into this, and the normal defamation case and stuff like this, with all the different stuff that I'm gonna have to do, it's gonna cost about $15,000 to $25,000. That's so much money. That is so much money, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't have that money. I have went out of my way to try to sell stuff as well, but nowhere is going to be able to cover this cost. It's not. It can't. It's just, it's a lot. It is. I have been told that I could get hopefully I pronounce it right, a plaintiff lawyer. Forgive me if I say it wrong, but apparently there is a lawyer I can get that, basically will only ask for funds if I win, and I'm very certain I'm going to win. I have no doubt in my mind, like, at all. Like, I am 100% certain I'm going to win this case. There's just too much evidence I have right now to really say that it's just going to be a straight L and a loss. But what I will say is, it's just, I'm going to be honest, the lawsuit would drive me into bankruptcy if I was to just do it all on my own. I'm going to be blunt. It would. It would drive me into bankruptcy, and I would have nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, it might be worth it. But I do have a fiance, someone I love, and someone that I'm trying to, you know, make a family with. So that's another reason on top of that. Going into bankruptcy, if I was by myself, I would probably do it. Probably would. But I'm not alone, so I can't do that to my fiance. That's not good. It would not be good to definitely start a marriage off with. So what I'm trying to say is that any support that you guys send here helps. I have been, and my family has been, the target of harassment for months. Months upon months, and it is unending. I've tried to ignore it. I've tried to just block. I've tried to move on. I've tried not to talk about it. But it keeps happening. And then the same individuals that keep harassing me like to say, or people that fence sit, like to say, Chibi, if you didn't post, bait post, if you didn't post, things that are just talking about manga and anime, you wouldn't get harassed. You wouldn't have gotten doxxed. That's what these people try to use to justify everything that's happened. It's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. I know I'm not the best person in the world. I am very well aware of that. I'm willing to admit that. But holy crap, trying to justify doxing and harassment, not just to me, but to my family and the desecration of my brother's grave, because I post cringe post on Twitter? You lost the plot. So I'm making this to basically just talk about the whole situation, get the Give Send Go out there, and if you guys do want to donate, I would appreciate it. I will be as transparent as possible, as much as I possibly can be, with legal expenses and everything, with the lawyer, whatever I can show. I will do the best I possibly can. But that's about it. That's it. So, thank you, everyone. It's been very difficult, honestly. It's just, it's continuous attacks all around, endless attacks of just people trying any way to smear me into the absolute dirt. It is exhausting. It is so exhausting, and I'm so done with it. And that is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm opening up a lawsuit. It's just, these people, they have underestimated how petty I can be as well, because it's like, I want to get these people. I want to get these individuals that have continuously harmed my family and me. I do. I have had family just devastated by the stuff that has happened. And it is so cruel, because it's like, I understand I'm a content creator and you might not always agree with me, but at the end of the day, we're all human. And it's just crazy the lack of humanity that some people have. It's crazy to me. I'll leave it at that, though. Thank you so much. If you can donate, link is in the description. I would greatly appreciate it. My family would greatly appreciate it. But be safe. Stay healthy. Chibi out.